Matt Stepp, Dave Campbell's Texas Football back here at the Texas High School Coaches Association Convention here in the Built with Chocolate Milk Coaches Lounge. And we were here with the head coach of the George Ranch Longhorns, Coach Nick Cavallo. Coach, appreciate you taking a few minutes to chat with us today.
Matt, thank you for having me on.
All right, Coach, THSCA Convention is in your neck of the woods, Houston area. Get to sleep in your own bed. Don't have to worry about travel arrangements. Nice and convenient, right?
Yeah, it's very convenient. It's easy just hop on 59 and head up here for the day and, get to come to this exhibit here and listen to speakers and, learn a lot of things. Had a chance to listen to Minnesota head coach P.J. Fleck yesterday.
How was he? I heard he
was good, man. He talked about culture and, talked about building a program, building a culture. I got a lot of good things out of it. So it was good to hear that to start the week week off right. So
how was traffic coming in?
It wasn't too bad. You got to leave at the right time. And,
okay. You're a veteran of the game.
Yeah, used to coming back and forth, so it's not too bad.
Okay. Well, in the exhibit hall, it gets bigger and bigger every year. I mean, there's all kinds of new things. I mean, THSCA does a really good job putting this thing together, and I guess it's something I know you guys look forward to every year, right?
Yeah, it's a great organization. Best of its kind, and it's really exciting when it's in our neck of the woods, and just to be able to come out here, with these other coaches and network and have some good fellowship, and then also listen to some good speakers and pick up a little thing or two here. That's what I try to do every year at these conventions. Just get one or two things that I can take back and use and tweak it into making my own.
Isn't it fun at Coaches? We were just having a conversation. We were talking, me, you, and Coach Fecoch from Georgetown Eastview, and then a coach from El Paso walks by, and then we're talking about San Saba. That kind of interaction, you don't get that anywhere else, do you?
No, you don't. And like I said, it's good to hear. The funny thing about it is, you may think when you're going through it during the season or whatnot that, you're isolated in your own little world, and you come here and you hear, another coach in Dallas or in Austin area had the same issues or same problems, and you kind of get to bounce ideas off to each other and hear how other people handled it, and that's what's enjoyable to me.
Coaches are coaches, and kids are kids, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, now let's look ahead to the Longhorns 2019 season. I know last year you guys were in a tough district, no doubt about it. Yeah. It's a tough district, obviously, Pearland and the things that they've done in the past. I know Hastings had a good year last year. It's just Ailey Taylor's always tough. You guys are tough. It's a good district top to bottom. But I know you guys didn't end where you wanted to be. Was that a motivating factor this offseason? Did you get your kids kind of use that disappointment as fuel?
Yeah, definitely. I'm a big believer in that, trusting the process and the little things, paying attention to detail are sometimes what matters between winning and losing. Being in my first year, trying to reestablish the culture and put my twist on it. With the senior class we had a lot of good athletes, a lot of good players that have been around at the school, but just trying to get them to realize that every little thing matters. And that was the biggest thing. We can almost go back to every week of the games that we lost and point out, whether we had a good week in terms of classes, grades, discipline, being on time, all of that, to look at the correlation of the games, whether we won or lost, but just, how we performed. So that's the biggest thing I'm trying to install in year two, is just that the little things matter, everything matters going forward, especially in the district we're in. Like you said, you have the Pearlands, you have Dawson, Straight Jesuit. They do a great job over there as well.
Yeah, right, Straight Jesuit, yeah.
So it's you just got to be ready to compete day in, day out. We feel that our pre-district, non-district games will help us. You look at we're going to play Dickinson week 1 again. We play Clear tough. Lake. We play Clear Springs. All playoff teams. All
Coach, you scheduled soft, man. You scheduled soft.
Well, we try to get a test, be tested for our district, and because like I said, every week we got to compete and come to play. You can't take a playoff or a down off or a quarter off in our district.
It costs you a game on it.
Definitely.
And I guess from a non-district scheduling standpoint, you want some of your flaws to get exposed in non-district, right? You want to have somebody expose those flaws so you can fix it, right?
Yes.
You don't want to just schedule 3 bad teams and then you think you're riding high and mighty and then you get to play somebody good and you get it's a shock. So I think playing those good teams non-district, although your record might not be as good as you want, if you can get those things fixed before the season before the real season starts in district, you can hopefully carry that on into a good momentum into the playoffs.
Definitely, I agree 100%. You know, I've been on teams where we were 4-0 pre-district, or we were, you know, when I was coaching in college, 3-0, and then you get in the season and you're 1-5 in district, and you know, you'd much rather be 0-3, come into the district play, tweak some things, and then get rolling towards the end there.
All right, now from a personality standpoint, you mentioned your team. You wanted to focus on some details this year and kind of clean up some of that. From a fan who's going to be watching you guys play in week 1, what do you feel like the personality of your ball club is going to be, and where are your team's biggest strengths heading into 2019?
I think, you know, as we worked through, we had spring football this year for the first time. We tried to build the toughness, build on the toughness type of culture. And on top of that, you know, just utilize our strengths. I feel that coming into the year, you know, we're going to be a little more athletic and a little faster than we have been. You know, I had a big push this past year of trying to get all of our football players to run track. And we went from, when I got there, I think we had 2 varsity football players on the track, running varsity track. We had 11 this year, 35 overall, which was up, double the numbers. And, you know, you can tell in spring the kids that ran track were faster. And when we go out there day in our district, there's speed. You know, you look at Pearland, Dawson, their kids run track. Yeah. They have speed. The A-League schools, all of them run track. So, you know, you got to be fast to play in our district. So, you know, I think we have some young kids coming up that we're going to have to bring along. But, you know, I feel we have a good core of skill on both sides of the ball to kind of try to be able to compete.
All right, Coach, before I let you go, we're going to have you spin the Dick's Sporting Goods Wheel of Questions. Got to answer truthfully and honestly here. Now, you're a former college football player, so don't break the wheel on me now. See what Coach Nick Cavallo lands on. All right, here we go. This is a good one. All right. I want you to think back to your days, not just as a head coach, but as an assistant at the high school level, because you coached a little in college. That doesn't count. For this question,
okay.
Best opposing player that you ever coached against? Who was the guy that you're watching film, you're like, oh, man, this is going to be a long week?
That's easy. It was when I was at Terry, C.D. Lamb.
Richmond Foster?
Richmond Foster. I mean, it didn't matter if you put 7 guys on CD. It didn't matter if you load the box, if he was catching jet sweeps, or I mean, he's a superb athlete, and I think, you know, it's evident what he's doing at the next level.
You're not surprised he's doing great things, though?
No. I've seen that, you know, coming up, coaching against him his junior and senior year. But, yeah, that definitely C.D. Lamb. Okay.
Coach Nick Cavallo, appreciate your time.
Thank you, Matt.
Thanks for what you do for student athletes in the state of Texas.
Yes, sir. Thank you for what y'all do.